with President Eisenhower's performance. Be right to listen.
Well, I guess to answer that question, I would need to make a general statement. That is that the Negro has been betrayed at many points by both political parties. I don't want to make this a party situation. I don't think either party can boast of having clean hands in this area. It is my conviction that both parties have failed to take the strong stand in the area of civil rights that they could take.
Having called down a plague on the houses of both parties, are you satisfied with President Eisenhower's performance in this particular situation, Dr. King?
Well, with the Little Rock situation, yes. I think the president should be commended for the positive and forthright stand that he is now taking in the area of civil rights in general and in the situation in Little Rock, Arkansas in particular.
But you are dissatisfied with the overall performance of both the President's party and of the Democratic Party.
Oh, yes. I think both parties should improve, and I think both parties must come to the point that they see the moral issues involved rather than making a political football out of the civil rights issue.
The implication being you think they still are doing it.
At points, yes.
Next guest is someone that doesn't really need any introduction. Someone that is very close to my heart on a musical level, cultural level, spiritual level. And it's just an honor and privilege to have them here. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Lauryn Hill.
Motives and thoughts. Rotating bodies, confusion of sound, negative imagery holding us down, social delusion, clearly constructed, human condition, morals corrupted, trapped in reaction, lawlessness, war, dissatisfaction from bowels to core, devil's technology, strategy 4, human mythologies, urban folklore, sicker psychology, counterfeit cure, wicked theology robbing the poor, scheme demonology, mislead the pure, stricken strategically studying war. Light shown in darkness, image exposed. Few can see through the new emperor's clothes. Lustful, this hustle turns humans to hoes. When the blind lead the blind, just more trouble and woes. It's the mind that they chose, it's designed to stay closed. Standards of jokers, court just the logic. Cyclic and cosmic from schoolyard to college. Primitive man in his civilized knowledge. System collapse and he still won't acknowledge. God is the savior, studies behavior, trying to fix the mixed mind that he gave you. Stiff-necked scholars on prescription meds, wishing their problems was all in their heads. Moral dilemma, pride at the root, misguided from youth, heart divided from truth. Egyptians and Grecians, spiritually dead, empirically led by the good gods in their heads. Motives and thoughts, industrial wealth, global economy in it for self. Heart full of madness, covered with kind, pleasure designed to take over your mind. Furnished in godliness, painted in good. This tainted priesthood's got real saints misunderstood. While classes and government set up the veil and cultivate minds for more mythical tales. Typical Hollywood, folly is good girl, while vice and corruption take over the world. Motives and thoughts. Check your motives and thoughts. Blind with the wickedness deep in your heart. Modern day wickedness is all you've been taught. Lie to your neighbors so you get ahead. Modern day trickery is all you've been fed. Motives and thoughts. Check your motives and thoughts. Thank you.
That was Lauryn Hill. Welcome back. I'm your host, Sister Jones. This is Urban Agenda. Tonight we are examining whether America is America at the expense of black people. Dr. King kicked off our break by talking about both the Republicans and the Democrats using civil rights as a political football rather than as a moral issue. And I would argue in 2016, our rights are still being used as political football. And Lauryn Hill reminded us to examine our motives and thoughts. Why would it be that certain people want other people to think they're no one in the world? Why would it be that other people, one group of people, would want other people to suffer disproportionately? Why would it be that one group of people who is human cannot see another group of people who are human? 612-377-3443. 612-377-3456 will bring you live into the studio with me. Now, Walter and I have been observing, and you guys have been listening so intently, but Don't start calling like crazy at 10-7 because I can't do much with you. So give me a call when you get ready. We're also at Urban Agenda on Facebook and at Urban_Agenda on Twitter. Dr. J. Lofgren is on Twitter. Web Prospector is tweeting. It's just a wonderful night to examine this idea. Do Black Lives matter? Well, in the context of America, they wouldn't be in America without Black lives. We can look into the lens of James Baldwin, who also provided us with the idea that the N-word is really about something that the ideology of supremacy made up. It's about the idea that they took everything that they hated about the invention of white, and they cast it on something they called an N. In fact, Western states culture has 10 things that we should know about race, and a few of them, race and freedom, were born together. The U.S. was founded on the principle that all men are created equal, but the country's early economy was based largely on slavery. The new idea of race helped explain why some people could be denied the rights and freedoms that others took for granted. Race isn't biological, they write, but racism is still real. Race is a powerful social idea that gives people different access to opportunities and resources. The government and social institutions of the U.S. have created advantages that disproportionately channel wealth, power, and resources to people who believe they are white. The group who believes they're white also believes that there are N-words in the world. James Baldwin said, "No, sounds like your problem. Let me do you a favor and give you your problem back."
Well, I know this. Anyone who's ever tried to live knows this. Now, what do you say about somebody else, anybody else?
Hold on. I gotta, can
Who
you
is
get
you?
some wipes?
What I think of you as being
Go get some wipes.
educated by my own necessities, my own psychology, my own fears and desires. I'm not describing you when I talk about you. I'm describing me. Now here in this country we've got something called a nigger.
And what?
It doesn't in such terms, I beg you to remark, exist in any other country in the
what?
world. We have invented the nigger.
A what?
I didn't invent it. White people invented it. I've always known, I had to know by the time I was 17 years old. What you were describing was not me.
Why
What you
are
were
you
saying was not me. It had to be something else. You had invented it. So it had to be something you were afraid of. And you invested me with. Now that's so.
Good job.
No matter what you've done to me, I can say to you this. And I
Why are
mean
you
it.
out of breath?
I know you can't do any more, and I've got nothing to lose. And I know, and I've always known. And really always. That's part of the agony. I've always known that I'm not a nigger. But if I am not the nigger, and if it's true that your invention reveals you, then who is the nigger?
James Baldwin is asking the question, where did the N-word come from? He said he doesn't know any. I don't know any either. I've never been one. I've never known one. And neither did James Baldwin. It was invented, you see, this idea of the N to be the enemy of white supremacy. Western states culture, teaching about the 10 things everyone should know about race, says skin color really is only skin deep. The genes for skin color have nothing to do with the genes for hair form, eye shape, blood type, musical talent, athletic ability, or forms of intelligence. Knowing someone else's skin color doesn't necessarily tell you anything about them. 612-377-3443, 612-377-3456. I'm sorry, I will pick up the phone when you call again. Jesse Williams bringing James Baldwin's ideas forward about the idea of who is an N-word and whether or not Black Lives Matter, gave a speech at the BET Awards where he clapped black and told the world just what he thought about that. Here's Jesse Williams.
This award, this is not for me. This is for the real organizers all over the country, the activists, the civil rights attorneys, the struggling parents, the families, the teachers, the students that are realizing that a system built to divide and impoverish and destroy us cannot stand if we do. All right? It's kind of basic mathematics. The more we learn about who we are and how we got here, the more we will mobilize. Now, this is also in particular for the black women, in particular, who have spent their lifetimes dedicated to nurturing everyone before themselves. We can and will be better for you. Now, what we've been doing is looking at the data, and we know that police somehow manage to de-escalate, disarm, and not kill white people every day. So what's going to happen is we are going to have equal rights and justice in our own country, or we will restructure their function in ours. Now, I got more, y'all. Yesterday would have been young Tamir Rice's 14th birthday. So I don't want to hear any more about how far we've come when paid public servants can pull a drive-by on a 12-year-old playing alone in a park in broad daylight, killing him on television and then going home to make a sandwich. Tell Rakia Boyd how it's so much better to live in 2012 than it is to live in 1612 or 1712. Tell that to Eric Garner. Tell that to Sandra Bland. Tell that to Dorian Hunt.
That was Jesse Williams clapping black on the idea that Black Lives Matter. Is America America at the expense of black people? Caller, you're live on Urban Agenda, Beauty. What's on your mind? Hey, you have to listen to me. You're live on Urban Agenda. What's on your mind?
I just wanted to say thank you so much for playing James Baldwin. I have never, ever heard his voice before, and I consider myself a poet, and I never heard his voice. I want to thank you for that. Yes, Black Lives do matter, and I want you to know that what you're doing in this community, it really matters. And I just want you to know that keep walking in courage, keep walking in faith, and keep walking in love. I believe in my heart